so as I've been getting him ready to get out, I also sort of started to really think about, okay, this is going to be a long-term situation. It's not going to be a few months, or even, hopefully it'll be someone that homeshares with you for a while or a long time. So you actually need to get ready for some things. And so throughout these weekends, as I've been packing up his stuff, I've also been packing up stuff that we no longer use to make room for my new housemate. And really the way that this has kind of benefited me in terms of learning about the home sharing process is that it's emotionally preparing me to get ready to share again. And, we all kind of remember back in, college or when we were younger, we had tons of roommates and all this kind of stuff. But when we get our own homes and we haven't done that in a while, we forget about some of the things that we need to be thinking about. And I was gently reminded, a year and a half ago when I had this temporary person move in for a few months. So, part of what I have done, which the moms on the line will appreciate, is I cleaned out my kitchen and realized that I had like 125 pieces of Tupperware, and half of them had lids and half of them didn't. And and I'm like, well, there's no room down here for my housemate because I've got all this stuff from when I was packing raisins and Cheerios for snacks, or, whatever I was doing. So I downsized the Tupperware so that I now have just 12 pieces, which is really all or another adult would actually need. And I saved like varying sizes, and then I Goodwilled the rest. And it was just like, wow, this really feels good. And then I started, reorganizing my dishes and my pots and pans, because I had all these plastic plates left over with frogs and rainbows on them that I grabbed for snacks when the kids were little that I just haven't gotten rid of. Or I had plastic cups that had, that were this big and you could never break them. And, all really taking up a lot of space and feeling like, and what this sort of provoked me into thinking about was, not just, it was really making room in my space, but also in my heart for somebody else. To have a place. If they come in with a favorite cup or glass, of course I have space that, I've cleaned this stuff out and there's plenty of room for you. Or if they come in with favorite pots and pans for the kitchen, of course I've got space because I've gotten rid of some of the things that I no longer need in order to feed, 3 people and make dinner every single night for 3 people. And then that kind of inspired me. I'm an English major, and so I have this I hate throwing away or getting rid of any book I've ever read. I don't know why that is. So I probably have 500 books in my house, in bookshelves and on different places, but it makes me feel more homey. So then I was like, I should probably get rid of some of those. It's time. And so I packed up about probably 7 boxes of books and made space on my fireplace mantle that had built-in bookshelves, and the bookshelves that were in my dining room. I have a bookshelf in my bedroom, etc. And I loaded it up, and then I took them around the neighborhood to the little library houses where it's like lend a book or take a book. And so these homeowners were just thrilled because I had like 20 books for each one, for all of them. So that's how I recycled them. And then I was like, oh, wow, the bathroom, because I only have one bathroom. I'm actually very excited about sharing my bathroom with another adult as opposed to 2 teenagers. So I think it's going to be refreshing. But I went into the bathroom and I opened up our medicine cabinet. And of course I had 100 bottles of calamine lotion and, Neosporin and, all of this other kind of stuff for the children that, you just acquire. And so I cleaned all of that out, and it's just my stuff now. And there's a ton of space in there for anybody else who wants, to put whatever they need in there, and so again, emotionally, I'm preparing, okay, this is what it's going to be like again to share my bathroom with someone. And then I cleaned out drawers and found that we had 3 drawers, but now that I've gotten all the kids' stuff out of there, I only need 1 drawer. So there's actually 2 drawers left. Then I took on the linen closet. And that was a blast.